Hello, and welcome to Split Your Head. I am your host, Bob, and today's special guests are Dakota Noot and Christopher Velasco. You might remember Dakota from last season when he came on to discuss Pink films and Naomi Tanny, but now we've got his husband, Christopher, on, as these two LA-based artists have been diving even deeper into the world of Pink films. With their podcast, Two in the Pinku, they've been examining films based on a theme per each episode with maniacal glee. Dakota has also begun writing about these depraved films, as he's got an essay in 88 Films' recent release of Tokyo Emmanuelle, with more to come on the way. Naturally, I had to have these two on to discuss these obscure and messed up films, as they're helping shed light on this ultra niche genre. Guys, how are you doing?
Good.
Live. We watched a couple Pink films to prep. Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Oh, okay. So what did you watch to prep?
I rewatched the one I sent you, Dongai Illusion. Also, Sex 102, just to vibe with it. Right? I was like, okay, it's been a while. Yeah.
And then we watched Wet Highway.
That's the one.
Oh,
Yeah, not
Sex
Wet
Rider.
Highway. Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I was like, I just remember.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should jump right into talking about the specific films, but those were films
We don't have
that
to. Yeah.
No.
I just kind of vibe with it because I kind of forgot a lot of like anything that happened, and I'm like, cars.
right.
Crash. It's like Crash, you know.
Crash. Wait,
You know,
that really what happened in the film? Was all the sex was based around car accidents?
Oh,
No.
Well, Sex Rider Wet Highway, kind of a car crash. Also, a couple of her other films too. The actress in it, she does like two more car crash ones. Furmasaur Kanuma after that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They kind of lean into the image of like her crash. You know what? Cars are sexy. That's what we learned.
So that seems to be something that's been guiding your podcast. Is this idea of like exploring Pink films by theme, right? So as you just said, like there are a bunch of films that are to do with car accidents and things like that. Is that something that you've kind of discovered is like a big, marketing tactic for Pink films? Is that like, okay, we'll just have a theme and then we'll run with it, and there'll be a bunch of films based around this theme?
Yeah, pretty much that, because we usually go back and watch some of the films we watched way before, like when we first started watching Pink films. And then somehow, like when we're watching another film, we're like, hey, remember this, or remember this actress or actor or the director. And then we kind of put the themes together, like, oh, for example, like medical, right? We were like, let's watch some medical ones. And then are we going to do comedy or are we going to do BDSM? And we started like breaking it down, and then we just go into it. And when we rewatch the films, so then we record, then we just, as you probably heard, like we just go with it and just have fun with the
Right.
Oh yeah, I mean, also like if anyone was like, most of the Pink films were released in like triple bill format, so sometimes there's like a loose theme. Even like Sato too, like some of the things like he's given, he's like, okay, they're like, make a BDSM film or make a lesbian film. Right? Like there's certain things that are input. Some of the more weirder ones too, it's like Nikatsu's like, oh, we're gonna do AIDS dramas for a week. Why not? Right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like some of the commonalities we found in some films that even outside of like Nikatsu, right? Because there's Nikatsu rom porn, and then you have the independent films. Then sometimes we throw in like gay or lesbian like films with that too, because they just all interconnect in some way. Because some of those actors from Nikatsu also did independent, so that's what's kind of fun, because we're trying to broaden instead of just being so like specific to, like, for example, Nikatsu, right? Love Nikatsu, don't get me wrong, we love the budget, we love seeing a budget and like production, but we also love the independent stuff, even the earlier independent films like from the 60s. Like we were seeing, like, themes from like early stuff and then later stuff.
I mean, like a Sex Rider Wet Highway, the male actor that acted for Wakamatsu, so it's kind of like a good fusion of like his background and then the young star of it too. They're like, okay, new Nikatsu, old actor, mash that up, make a story, right? So it's kind of fun to see how that plays out.
Yeah, well, that's something I've noticed, and I have not watched nearly as many as you guys have, but the earlier stuff. Oh, no doubt, yeah. But the earlier stuff seems to be a lot more story based. Because when I watched Sex Writer, I felt like I was almost watching like an Umberto Lenzi giallo in a way.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like something with Carol Baker in it, because it did have sort of this weird whodunit vibe in a way. I mean, it wasn't really a mystery, but there was like, yeah, it just felt very like twisty, and there is murder, and then it all kind of leads to this weird. Could you say it's almost like a romantic comedy in a way?
Yeah, it's kind of goofy.
Yes, there's some parts that are very like, oh, it's a couple. They're kind of, it's like a, what is it called? Um, they like a, what was it, like a buddy comedy, like the travel,
Buddy.
like the
Yeah,
travel.
yeah.
I forgot what the term is, but it's kind of travel. There's some goofy scenes, but then it gets serious, and like you said,
Right.
there's twisty seriousness about them. They're also toxic for each other.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
toxic.
okay. But do
Yeah.
you think that the toxic element of their relationship is supposed to be sexy, or is it supposed to be like dangerous and bad? Like how do you think that they're approaching that?
Probably mix them both, because I mean the music is kind of haunting and sensual. The cinematography is really
Mm.
good for that one too. So I'm like, okay, even though the idea is very absurd, right? Where like she runs over this guy, then they reconnect as she's trying to hide the body, all of that too with the car. It's like it's crazy idea, but then it's played in that moody way, right? There's more like
Mm.
outright sex comedies from the 70s
Yes.
too. Like by 75, you get like the Groper Train titles that are supposed to be like, oh my god, like hoo hoo ha ha funny.
Okay.
Yes.
Are they literal? Like, is it about? Because I've never seen any of the Groper Train films.
So when you hear like Groper Train and then it has like a funny, crazy title to it,
Yeah.
they usually start in a train. It's somehow related to a train. Somebody's
Okay.
going to get molested on the train, and then it just goes off the rails somewhere else.
Yeah,
That's basically a
they
Groper
can go
Train.
into time travel. They
God.
can be Mary Poppins. They can meet the Grim Reaper on the train.
Wait, the Grim
everything
Reaper
happens.
shows up?
Yeah.
Wait, which one is that?
Oh, okay. The Grim Reaper is like a 2000s one, 2005. I forget the title
Okay.
because it might be Groper Train Mischievous.
Fingers, I think.
Oh, but then there's a
Okay.
couple mischievous ones. TBD, I'll link it up later. Yeah, I'll send
Okay,
it.
okay. Sorry to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Because like
No,
I
no.
actually feel bad in a way of asking you that, because I know you've watched, what are we talking about? Like 300 of these now?
Probably
Oh, 400?
like Pink films in general is probably at like 600-700 by
Yes.
now, but that's
Oh
mostly
my
like 400
God.
Nikatsu, 100 gay ones, and then more from the independents.
Yeah.
Usually,
Okay.
like on a good year, I can watch like one a day, but sometimes not like that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, to people listening that have no idea what pink films are, to be fair, they are pretty short. Like they're usually
Yeah.
around an hour, right? So that does
Yeah.
help, get in like one a day. You
You
can
can
watch
already
it while you're
watch
having
You
breakfast.
can technically watch at least 4 a day. You could technically.
Oh my god. For your sanity.
I would say because
Yeah.
sometimes, like if I went to work and I came back, he's still watching a few.
Wow.
There's
How
a
do you
reason.
have how do you have the endurance for that? Because like, do you get to a point where you're like, okay, I need to watch something normal, or does that not even like,
That's
cross
me.
your mind?
That's him,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say.
I have to have some break because I like for myself. I like to watch more bad gay films from the 2000s.
Okay. Right, I've seen you log a lot of that on Letterboxd.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like really hateful on there, but it's sometimes I like watching it because I didn't get to watch it when I was younger, so I wanted to like make sure I can, especially short films. I love watching short
Okay.
films, gay dramas, anything comedy, whatever, because
Yeah.
I find it like it's kind of related to the pink film where it's shorter. And
Oh,
it gets
okay. Yeah.
because like I've seen films that are 2 hours and I'm like, oh my god, like just end my life because I can't take it. It's so like
Mm.
moody and
Oh my
sad. But
Right.
compared to like, the gay pink films, those are also an hour, and I think Dakota likes them more than I do the Japanese gay pink films.
Oh my god.
They tend
Oh,
to
okay.
he because they're all the same. They're all sad and gay and moody, and sometimes I can't take that.
Muscle's a happy movie.
It is a happy movie. But no, I mean that's just the difference between like
Yeah.
what I like and don't like. I tend to like more of the comedies.
Okay.
I love sex comedies mostly
Sure.
because they're
Okay.
a lot more absurd and crazy, over the top. We also love the ones that are related to like horror. There's some like Roman X that we love that are really like hardcore, crazy, or like which ones that we love, the Seikon, where it's just like extreme bondage.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I love like crazy stuff.
I mean, our podcast, like a lot of it
Yeah.
was kind of like a running joke. We wanted to track down the third Secon. So like the first two were available on like a Japanese streaming site that's
Yes.
legitimate. The third was only on VHS. The third was also directed by like a femdom dominatrix, where like she was kind of beating the
Cool.
women or having like her women be like both doms and subs. So it's like we
Yeah.
finally tracked it down. It's coming in the mail.
So we found
We tried long enough.
we found
Oh my
it was another letterbox reviewer like who follows us
Yeah.
on Instagram. He's like he messaged guys like, hey, it's on like eBay or something. We're like, and I remember you woke up at like 4 or 5 in the morning for
As
this,
one does.
and I was like, what happened? He goes, we found the Seikon. I was like,
That's
you know,
amazing.
because we did an
Wow.
episode on Mary O, who was the female dom. We did an episode
Okay.
and we talked about it, and we were crying to the podcast universe to be like, hey, help us find the third Seikon. And it's been a joke.
Right.
Now we're going to finally get to watch it and complete the story, right?
Oh
So
my God.
we're completionists
Oh my
in this
God.
household, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, it sounds like, Dakota, you're on your way to watching every Pink film ever.
I probably not. I don't know.
No.
It would take me so many years. Oh god.
Yeah. But still, like 600 to 700, did you say? Is that what you've watched so far?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, even like the Nakatsu, it's like there's probably like 1,100 that were ever released, but I think of that, maybe 700 would be available to watch in some way. So like at some
Okay.
point, like it would wind down, right? Also for my
Yeah.
sanity, I do take a break from Nakatsu.
He does. He does.
Right. But
Yeah.
when you say you take a break from Nakatsu, is that then you go to like the
I just watch other
Pink
Pink
films?
film. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've seen you mention this before, and I've read about it in Behind the Pink Curtain. I think that's what it's called, right? Behind the Pink
Yeah,
Curtain.
yeah.
Jasper Sharp's book. So there
What's
is
the new
like,
editions coming out of that?
oh no way,
Yeah.
with you writing like
No, just like he kind of also
does
does an update too of like Pink Film since then, right? So it's like part of also this new release is like he's doing like the book is kind of tied into it, so people should kind of pre-order it, especially because I know the book went out of print for a while.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I actually got my hands on it because a friend of mine that lives in Florida, who I started this podcast with, Jeremiah, he had a copy of it and was like, I don't have any reason to have this anymore in my life. You pay for the shipping, you can have it. And so I have the old edition of it, and it's a phenomenal book. Like, I mean, even outside of having the interest in Pink films, I think that as like a historical document, it's so detailed and so meticulous and everything. And so I feel like, Dakota, you're on your way to becoming at least maybe the like queer film focused Jasper Sharp.
Oh yeah.
Because you've been mentioning that you want to write your own book about gay Pink films.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, so actually, kind of recently, the past week, I was like, oh, okay, people like y'all on like Letterboxd too have been like really encouraging. I think of like, okay, you Bob, like, or like John Peters too, or Gentry, who has their own like Sin Syndicate podcast,
Right, yeah.
right? So like,
With Casey Scott.
yes,
That's a shout out to
Okay.
Casey.
but so like the past week, it's like, okay, I'm like, let's do it, right? So like the
Yeah.
summer is so easy between me for teaching. So like one day I just like whipped out a whole entire list of all the gay Pink films ever released. I'm like, okay, I watched over 100. What's available? So I've started writing. I'm at 30 pages right now. So I'm like, that's pretty good.
yeah.
It looks really good, and I think it's really well researched because so far what I've watched with him as well, and then others he's watched by himself. There's some still not available, but you get to write about it, which is really fun. And then he'll share like the titles for some of them. He goes, "Oh, I found the what it looks like," and I'm like, "Oh, that could be so fun." And then others, I'm like, "That doesn't look like it would be fun to watch."
In what
like,
sense?
Well, because sometimes some of them like you'd be surprised. Some gay Pink films.
Some of them are kind of more like conventional dramas too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the 80s ones,
okay.
I guess before Sato, they were focused on like the entertainment industry, like, oh, the dark side of fame, like actors coming up and singers. So it get rinse repeat with that a lot. Some of them too are like more absurd. Like again, it's like they filmed on like a military base. So I don't know if like legal wise they want to put that out on like VHS or streaming. Or they use unlicensed music too. So it's like they kind of yeah, it's like
right.
oh
yeah.
Well, Muscle is
unlicensed.
famous for
Unlicensed.
the music in Muscle is so good. Like, thank you so much for tipping me off about that Coil song. So I ended up buying that album after,
That's so
which
good.
is which
It's
is
a good
funny because I think the song before it, I just found it so funny that they used this song off the album, and the first song is called "The Anal Staircase,"
Oh yeah.
Yes.
which I was like, "What? Okay, that's amazing."
There's so
That
many layers.
right? Yeah, yeah. So, was it you that was telling me that Muscle is coming out or might be coming out, or is that something you may or may
It's in the
not be able to
works of like
disclose?
getting licensed,
Yeah.
from what I'm aware of, right? Like that's the quest. But also for sure right now, they'd actually screened a 35 millimeter print of it in New York, maybe like within the last year, right?
Okay,
I don't know if it was, oh my gosh, the film archive. I'll try to find it up and send the link later, but they have like an actual, like a nice print of it.
sick. Okay,
Muscles films to get like exported, like play at LGBT festivals too, like back in the 90s. It kind of helped
right.
like Sato get like reclaimed, like all the hype behind him. Like that film is like,
Yeah,
oh my God, he's the artist, right?
yeah. I mean, for me, that's kind of like what I would consider a perfect gateway film for
Hmm.
people getting into pink films because um, it is transgressive and disturbing, but like the sexual assault aspect is in my opinion kind of toned down. Like there isn't a lot of non-consensual sex in that from what I recall.
They're all
And
freaks.
they're all freaks, yeah. But the themes too are really powerful, and it's just such a haunting film. And like, I often have said Sato to me is almost like the Cronenberg of pink films,
Oh
and you
yeah.
can see it with that film. But in terms of that being like a gay pink film, and you guys have watched so many gay pink films, like, would you say Muscle is the norm in a way? Was there a lot of films like that from
No,
that kind of like side of the genre? No, okay.
Yeah, not really.
no.
I mean, some of them go more like dreamlike too, but they're more goofy about it. Like
Yeah.
overall, they kind of tend more towards comedies. There's also
Okay.
other BDSM ones. Like I guess like the most notorious, is, like the Rope and Boys. Like
Yeah.
there's a series of 5 films. So like
And
the first one also has like Nazi exploitation in it too.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes,
yeah, pink film has an obsession with the Nazi exploitation,
within
like
bondage.
with bondage.
Okay.
And then
I don't know if I've come across anything like that yet.
I mean, I guess like Star David Beauty Honey,
yeah, that
S
would
and M
be
Right.
Hunt
Okay.
too, like are pretty big, like with using kind of like the Nazi paraphernalia, right?
Interesting.
yeah, you would see it. I think you will see it more in independent
Okay.
and more independent, like not in the more mainstream stuff. It's kind of like hidden.
But then Star David Beauty Honey, that's like mainstream Nakatsu.
yeah, but it's
That
like
is, yeah.
it's like what we see is like only one film of that because the other BDSM stuff doesn't have that much of that. It's more of like just normal BDSM power master servant kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and I would say even like to add to that too, like most of the gay pink films too is like they start at dramas. They're
Okay.
really sad, moody, kind of like, oh my God, like this longing for love, right?
Okay.
Then when Sato comes into play, and then it kind of shifts, right? Then you see
Yeah.
more directors kind of doing more experimental stuff, more dream logic, and kind of trying different things, and then VHS and all that. And then like when you get into the later '90s and 2000s, it kind of comes back into more of the dramas and story based movies.
Okay.
And then there's also like the comedies. It gets more absurd too with
Oh,
technology.
okay.
Like you have better, technology,
Yeah.
digital technology.
Yeah.
Like one of our favorites from the later era of gay pink film is like The Ultimate Masturbation.
Okay.
The title
Go
alone,
on.
It's a really funny movie.
it's really
Yeah.
funny, but it's also sad. But in
The
a sense-
actor in it too, this older actor, he dresses up
It's
as like
sad.
thin white Duke David Bowie.
Yes.
So it's
Oh,
like just
cool.
the
Okay.
look is funny.
yeah,
And it spoofs this whole camp where they're learning like the secrets of masturbation.
but they're all straight.
Okay.
Also
all-
subtitles
Oh, okay.
in English too.
Yeah, so that one is also available to like you could find it to stream it because it's one of those
Okay.
like it's a later like pink film, the gay pink film that it's really funny, it's absurd. It's kind of like a love letter to like class. It's like talking about like things like, oh, you can go and find the ultimate like
Also, yeah, like
release.
2010's gay pink
Mm,
film is kind of in dialogue with like Boys Love, like the Japanese dramas. So they're sometimes getting
mm.
licensed on the same streaming services, like Gaga Ooh La La, like with it,
Yes.
right? So
Okay.
like the recent one, there's one of like the director of Girl Hell, Daisuke Yamaguchi. Like he does a trilogy, then
Oh,
also a new one recently.
the,
But they're kind of like him taking like the Boys Love drama as a gay pink film and making it really weird.
yes.
Well, yeah, because he made, as you said, Girl
Girl.
Hell,
You know,
19,
classic.
1999, right?
Yeah,
Girl Hell.
1999, yes.
Right,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, because Nikatsu has a Girl Hell as well
From Kanuma.
from Kanuma.
Right, which,
Yeah.
okay, so that one just got released.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that one's excellent. That would be
Yes.
another, maybe, gateway pink film.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Honestly, perfect.
Yeah.
You know, or also, it's a longer film too, which is like
Mhm.
kind of uncharacteristic.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, anyways, back to Daisuke Yamanuchi, is that his name? He
Yeah.
made the gay pink film in the 2010s, which you said is kind of weirder. But is it
Yeah.
weird on the same sense of like his other films, like Your Girl Hell 1999? And he did another really good one that I watched not too long ago about, it was like a found footage horror film, Celluloid Nightmares.
Because
or
it's
something.
Celluloid Nightmares.
Yeah,
which is
Celluloid
what?
Right.
Nightmares.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that movie rules. But anyways, yeah. So his gay pink films, are they kind of along the same lines as his like earlier, more horror based? I guess is Girl Hell 1999 a pink film?
More of a like home video content. I don't
It's-
think it was released for the pink film market.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could say it's kind of like related to like kind of maybe I would say Tumbly Doll of Flesh, kind of in that home video esque kind
Right.
of like pink film, right? Like we'd say in quotation pink film, but then it's more shock and home video
Yeah.
like horror.
But the dad in it is from pink film, like
Yes.
Kazuhiro Sano. So it's like he's well known for like he's a Heavenly King of Pink. He acted for Sato. He directs his own films. So it's like it's
Yeah.
kind of weird where like pink film people
It-
also sometimes make content for home video that's not a pink film but is like a pink film.
It's all
Okay.
related.
Yeah.
They're all related in some way. you know?
Yeah. I wonder, and I did write this to ask you guys this early on, but we kind of just hit the
Yeah,
ground
that's
running.
okay. Yeah, we can go with it. Yeah.
No, it really just the simple question of like what is a pink film? I know I've gotten you, Dakota, to answer it last time you were on. Sam Deegan, I got on to answer it, and also like Chris, I'd love to know how you would explain it, because I think just in terms of approaching the explanation as someone is going to hear this explanation that maybe has no idea what it is, has had limited experience with like maybe Japanese cinema or softcore film, like how would you explain it really?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, Yeah, I think with pink film, because again, I didn't know much about pink film. I knew about, American hardcore porn and, like porn in
Yeah.
general, gay porn. But because of Dakota, like he started watching Jean Roland, Jess Franco. And then we kind of like, we found, what was the Tawny film? The first Tawny
Flower
film?
and Snake. Yeah.
Flower and Snake.
Oh, okay.
This is like an erotic Japanese film. So instead, I was like, okay, let's watch it. I didn't know much about it. Then as we watched, I realized, okay, because I guess I got spoiled with watching Nikatsu, right? Nikatsu with like budgets, everything looked great. And then we started watching independent. Then for me, I started to understand like pink film it's just like it's softcore. It's not because we don't see any penetration, right?
No.
It's a hardcore film, softcore, and it's done erotically, sensually, extreme too, because there's the BDSM.
Yeah.
And it's under like at least an hour, right?
Yeah.
Give and take, because sometimes there's some that go a little longer, but most of the time it's like under an hour, which is great. It could tell you a story, or it could just be nonsense, just absurdity and crazy escapades, right?
Right.
And that's like kind of like the basic for me of what I understand about pink film. It's most of the time, and also I would say mostly the Nikatsu stuff is very female identified. It's very a woman's picture.
Really? Okay.
Or very about about the women, whether if like the male lead is like being crazy, it's always a woman's picture by the end, because the woman is either being satisfied sexually, all that stuff. It's always a woman's character. Even like you could say that you could translate that to a gay Pink film. There's
Okay.
you know, the bottom and the
Oh
top, and
yeah,
there's like
Okay.
you go into those like binary stuff, but
Right.
the strict rules. But there's that too. So
I guess also
Mm.
too, the female director Sachi Amano would agree
yes,
with that. She's like, pink film wouldn't exist without like a woman at the center, right? Like it's about like her
Mm.
awakening, like her desire.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
male films are pretty rare, and
yeah.
sometimes they're also not good too. I know, like for us, like we really didn't like
Mm.
Angel Guts, High School Co-ed.
Oh, the first one was like
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one. I've
Also, I
seen
think of Right
most
Issue
others.
that's not going to get released.
yes,
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
something with the actress where she doesn't want to put out, but also that's kind of for the best because like it's kind of
Yeah.
bad.
It's not
Yeah.
good.
Well,
the rest of
It
the
doesn't
Angel
flow with the
Guns-
rest of them.
interesting. Okay. I think I watched one that kept referring back to that one. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
So it shows clips of the first one and is like a pretty good sequel. So what you're saying is like that one is like way better and you just need to watch
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a one that's I think it's called Red Classroom. It's kind of a remake of the first one.
Rouge is a remake. I
Oh.
forget if it's a Red Porno, Red Classroom. We also watched the
Okay.
Angel Dust series honestly too early, like before we watched.
Yeah, so we burned
Yeah.
through.
Yeah,
So we have,
lots of
like-
sadness. There's also one with eggs. I remember that.
There was one with so
Okay.
much food in it. It's just
Yeah.
like wet. It's just so
Oh,
much
wow.
like. And then there's one where a couple like they just end themselves at the end, and it's all dramatic and it's rainy. It's very beautiful, but it's
Oh, that's one of the Takashi Ishii, the one that he directed, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes, Yeah.
What is that one
I think it's
called?
Until We Expire.
Oh, the bondage one.
Yeah, the
Okay,
bondage
yeah,
one.
okay.
That's the
There's Red Rope Till We Expire, where it's like they're hanging up on the tree at the end, and they're like, okay, we're gonna do this until we kill each other. It's
Like,
really sad
they're
and
hanging-
beautiful.
Oh,
they're
wow.
Yeah.
They're kind of like making out, hooking, like having sex, and they're like, we're gonna fuck until we die.
But it's
Right, right.
consensual.
It's very consensual.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's what we love to
You know.
hear. So, from my understanding of Pink films, they've kind of always they started out like weird. Like the first one ever made was about a dentist having visions about like a tentacle monster like assaulting a woman or something.
I mean, like Flesh Market, because there's also there's the early like Wakamatsu ones too. There's also a lot of ones like doctors. Like we watched the abortion, where like a doctor creates an artificial fetus.
Yes.
So sometimes, or like Madame O2, which is revenge. Sometimes the early
I've seen
60s
that one,
had like exploitation elements, or there's the horror ghost ones too. So it's like there's love foolery for a severed head. There's all these like hauntings from like the early 60s ones that are really experimental. Like they just kind of tried anything before the genre really gets like more sexualized.
Okay. Yeah, the one I think I'm talking about is maybe called Daydream, and it got
Oh, okay. I was
remade.
yeah. It's not the first. Okay.
Oh, it
Flesh
isn't?
Market's
Okay.
The first from 62.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also Flesh Market's not available as of right now. I think only like the Film Archive of Japan has it,
Okay.
which is I don't know if it'd even be good. So
Okay.
It's
So don't worry
important.
about it.
Yeah, it's one of those we all want to watch it just to say we watched
Daydream's also great because it gets remade in the 80s with more hardcore. So
Yeah.
then the
Okay.
hardcore versions also push like Japanese censorship and leads to adult video. Like it's like a really important thing.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe just skip the original and go right to the
Oh, the
remake.
original's great. I mean, honestly,
Oh, okay.
If you could find it.
what's the black and white movie? It's from Criterion. It's about like ghosts, and it's like independently made. Like a woman who's like a pianist. She wakes up in a town, or like she works for like a church.
Hmm.
It's Criterion?
It's Criterion. It's a oh my gosh.
It sounds like Carnival of Souls, actually.
Yes, that Daydream.
Oh.
The first one is like that, like look wise,
Oh,
experimentation.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So trying to make a whole question here, but
Oh, yeah.
so it sounded like Pink films started out like pretty weird and continuously got weird. Based on what you're telling me about gay Pink films, they started out like very straightforward dramas and then
Yes.
eventually got weird. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one is
Okay.
like really sad. They're all kind of tragedies. Like maybe one is like they slightly have a happy ending, but they hit up 70s Pink film actors like, hey, we're gonna direct and produce it. They're all very
Okay.
tragic, like, oh, it's so sad to be gay. And then even the early 80s ones kind of repeat that, where like how tragic it is, how sad it is.
Okay.
And things kind of change. So it's like Ryuichi Hiroki. He's kind of like a well-known director in Japan who went mainstream. He does a lot of like youthful like sex stuff. He directs like a series of 3. They're all like happy. And so it's like it kind of changes the game where like, okay, like gays can accept themselves. And then he had a lot of like old gay couples learn from a younger gay couple like how to accept themselves being gay. And then from there, it just goes more like fun unhinged. Like Sato comes along. Also, like Sato's collaborators too, like who he works with from Shishi Pro. Like Shuji Kataoka does the whole Rope and Boys trilogy. Yeah. And then they all kind of have fun with the format more. And then also you get like women directors come into it. So like Sachi.
I believe Rumi
Tama didn't direct any gay pink film.
Oh, she did lesbian. She did some.
Yeah, but then.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yumi Yoshiyuki for more of like the 90s. So she starts directing gay pink films. She also did one recently, like the 2010s. That's more like song based, right? So it's like they have more fun with it. There's more younger talent coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just curious like why the trajectories are so different in a way, in that like with making gay pink films, they didn't feel like they could start out as like zany or disturbing, or you know what I mean? They had to kind of go...
like, hey, this is the freest genre. Like when he mentored the Sabaku director, he's like, you can do anything. Yeah. So like that's like how it changes by like the 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
To that too, I would say all the first of the gay pink films kind of modeled a lot of the early 70s Nikatsu melodramas, like the early
gotcha.
Films like Apartment Wife and all those kind of dramas, because like the early 70s are very like drama based. They're like sad, like cheating, like longing, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then of course like you see the influences of gay pink film later from like the violent era of like Nikatsu, right? Which is our favorite era.
Yeah.
The violent era.
Yeah.
So it's like you could see all of them kind of like evolving and working together and kind of the influences.
Right. So almost in a way, it's like it's almost because like they might have, how to put this. So gay pink films obviously didn't start in the 60s or 70s. They started in the 80s. Is that right?
Yeah, like officially in the 80s, but like before that, there's a lot of gay queer characters that like pop up in like just regular straight pink film. I think of like Tani, one called Painful Bliss Final Twist, where like it's a trans woman. Also, on Watersy too.
Yes.
Even early Nikatsu, like 72 had Man and Woman, which we're working on trying to screen, by the way.
We're trying to get that
for like a one-off screening in the theater.
Oh shit! Okay, in LA.
Yeah, so TBD. Follow us for that.
Okay. So I think what I was trying to, I guess, like summarize about that was that it's only because they started doing gay pink films in the 80s that they had to almost like go through a period of doing more dramas before eventually getting to. It's almost like you have to kind of get bored of just making a regular dramatic pink film before you're like, okay, where's the tentacles? Where's the whips? Where's like the like eggs? You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God. You could totally see that. But I think it's just like for any kind of like a director, right? A director has to start humble beginnings, right? It's like, I gotta pay the bills or something, right? I gotta do these films for the studio. And then eventually like, okay, now that I'm established, now I can just do whatever the hell I want.
I mean, it's the same thing with like any subgenre in it, like bondage. If you look at like what's available from the 60s to then Tawny starting Flower and Snake, and then by the 80s hit, it just gets progressively like more extreme, right? Like, okay, we're gonna get more explosive with the enemas, we're gonna go into video, we're gonna mix some like real sex into it too.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you just made me think of because I did watch Sex Hunter. With the Coca-Cola.
Which we also have the poster for, but it's not appropriate to show.
Oh, okay. Wait, does it have that scene in the poster?
No, it's just
Marina's head is super big and her hair is here. The young girl is kind of on like a swing too, and then she's like done up in the ballet.
But you could see her nude. That's why.
Okay, yeah, maybe not a good one to put in the background there.
Too naughty for you too.
Yeah.
That's a great film. It's also like in our top, I would say like top 20, top 10, 15
okay.
because like
it's one we still rewatch too. It's like I just find like the madness of it. We
love
also love
Arena.
the actress. Like she gets to be
Arena.
sadistic too. It's a gothic. There's a little bit of incest in it.
I mean, I sold it to a few people who finally watched it. They're like, I go, think of Argento, but just like hornier and crazier.
Yeah,
Like, we're gonna go to the school to dance.
Right.
But nobody's dancing.
It reminds me of another film that a giallo. I think that Dakota, you maybe recommended to me a while ago.
Ooh.
Mondo Macabro, I think.
In the Fields of Flesh?
Yes, I think that's on a. It kind of had a similar energy to that for me.
I'm kind of mad. Like,
okay, yeah,
I could see that.
Just like all the twists, it's like the boyfriend who's crippled in the wheelchair.
Why not?
And then he's having the incestuous relationship. And
I know he's gonna have sex off the side of a cliff. Like, why?
Yeah, that was great. So you said that's in your top 20. Would you guys be able to give me your top 5 right now?
Ooh.
Like, do you know what that would be?
So let's for sure. Some of the top 5 is like some of the episodes we talked about as well from the podcast.
Right. Yeah.
So I would say, what's starting number 5?
Woman in a Box. Well, that'd be like just we don't have to list a number, but we would probably say
no.
Yeah,
we'll just list like our just faves in general. Like for sure, us we both love Woman in a Box by Kanuma.
Okay. Yeah.
That's just like one of our absolute like. We always go and rewatch it. Sometimes we're like, I think the most like reviews on that on Letterboxd is like us just going back and being like, this movie's unhinged. We love it. We cry.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not for like everybody. It's not for like the first watchers, but for us who have seen some film and we can handle it. We understand what it's trying to do.
Okay. Also, Samurai from Guinea Pig 2. So if anyone likes the Guinea Pig series, it's kind of fun that he made those films kind of pretty much around the same time.
Yeah, I actually would argue that Woman in a Box is way more disturbing than Flowers of Flesh and Blood.
Yeah, why not?
I could see that.
Yeah. But bear in mind, I've only seen it once, and it was maybe the first Pink film I ever saw.
Okay.
I started way too deep.
You started like the bottom of the
the bottom of the barrel.
Oh yeah. I remember watching it, and the entire time I just had a frown on my face.
Yeah.
Just like no, this is. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this.
Like it's funny because we like our friend John Peters, who's also a great like on Letterboxd. He's fun to finally watch it tonight.
Oh wow! Okay,
the best.
We're hoping because I've been pressuring. I'm like, you need to watch it. You need to watch it.
Yeah,
he's watching the Pink films, but he's like, okay, I'll get through it. And I was like, I can't wait. But another I love too from like Pink film in general. It's an obscure one. It's from it's more of the Roman X period.
Okay,
which is like gutter trash of like Nikatsu.
Amazing.
It's called The Birth.
The Birth. Is there a live birth scene in it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a C-section.
There's a C-section.
Yeah.
I hate when that shit's in.
It's more. I would say it's a lot more creepier and darker than Woman in a Box for me.
Wow.
More because you don't know like what's real or what's gonna happen. Plus, it has this really weird experimental music too thrown over it. Like at any moment, you're ready for someone to die or something.
It's shot on video, and it's like shot in an actual hospital, right? And then it's like it looks like it could be a snuff film, but then it's also. It looks like a horror film.
No one ever dies, though.
Nobody dies or anything, but it has that element.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's not spoiler, but it's just you don't know because the music is really scuzzy. Because you're just like, oh my god, it's like this unfeelingness, but you can't help but not watch it because you're just like glued to like what the hell's going to happen next. And there's actually interesting. There's a white actress in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is. Okay.
Yeah, so there's these, like, sometimes you'll see a white actress.
I don't know how they get sometimes these, like, white women to agree to it, too. Like, we watched some of, like, the home video line called Live Shooting. There was one where they went to UCLA and had this, like, white girl. It was hilarious. And then the white girl speaking in English, she's like, "Hey, I just invited my friend from Japan over." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, and then it goes into like they go into like some like rundown motel or hotel,
And then start swapping and
Yeah.
having sex. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, that's not a
Okay.
good one though." But it was crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're all
and
crazy in a
what
way.
else? What's some other favorites for you too?
Oh, I think like Zoom in Sex Apartments,
Oh.
just taking the Jalo. It's great.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen that one. That one's really good. But I get it mixed up with
We
Murder Site.
Murder
Yes.
Site.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Murder Site's also really good.
Okay.
But I mean, the original title of Sex Apartments, we can't really. It's like it's the hard R.
Hard R, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, not the hard. It's the R word. We'll just say
It's
that.
the
Yeah.
R word. Yeah, it's
The
just the R word.
four-letter R word.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't condone
Yeah.
because like,
No. Do you find that that's maybe hard to sell people on pink films because of the way that they're so like, I don't want to say flippant with sexual
it's
assault,
assault
but
heavy. Most of the films are kind of assault heavy, and most of
yeah.
like even like the gay ones too. There's some like a lot of assault sometimes.
I'm glad you brought that up because I hadn't okay, because I wrote down like I've only seen 5 gay pink films. I've seen
Mhm.
just recently Dangai Illusion, Muscle,
Ooh.
Muscle is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite pink film. The
Mhm.
Fetist.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Fetist is good. Sabaku, which I also really loved.
Ooh.
And then Ballads.
Oh, Ballad's
Ballads.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't remember there being a lot of like sexual assault in those films until I watched Dangai Illusion and was like, okay. They brought that same energy from all the other films I'd seen where women are getting that. And it was kind of refreshing in that sense, It's
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
okay, finally.
Yeah, I mean, because we talk about because we've seen a lot of the gay pink films. You'd be surprised,
Yeah.
like some of it doesn't get assault heavy but there's times when it does, and
Okay.
it does feel like kind of like seeing like a regular, Nakatsu Roman porno where they're just like the roles are reversed, right? And
Yeah.
Someone's go rougher.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like one we also enjoyed watching is called Monochrome. So
Oh.
this guy's like going around and like kind of assaulting guys and taking Polaroid pictures, and then he also
Okay.
writes like the 4 elements on the pictures too. So it goes faux spiritual with
What?
it. Then you also
Oh,
tie
wow.
them up too. It's kind of wild.
and then also he's having a spiritual relationship with
With a ghost.
with a ghost who ties
Amazing.
him up.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's crazy, but like I loved it because of the photography element of it.
Cool.
And then for me, because I love when like they do that meta aspect of using like the camera, the video camera, or like Sato especially, but like other directors,
Yeah.
photography in it, or when they're like fashion photographers and they're being creeper, like Peep and Tom, right? It's that kind of blurring the element of like the voyeur. So like Monochrome
Yeah.
is exactly like that, where you see this kind of dom top, and he's just like going around violating these guys in different locations. Then he takes
Yeah.
pictures of them. And then what's funny to me is that he goes to a 1-hour photo place and he prints them out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, to younger people are like 1-hour photo, and I'm like, we used to have to go to 1-hour photo to get our stuff, but like it's just the element of that. He goes back to the scene and he puts the images up there and he writes this kind of faux, so it's a crazy one. It's very different than like a typical drama of like what you would see in a gay pink film. But yeah, it's kind of assault heavy in that one too.
So the gay pink film started out more like dramas and then eventually evolved into more of the horror stuff like that. Like when did that one come out? Monochrome.
Monochrome's the
93.
90s, but also in the
93.
90s, some of them, there's some that are still like crazy, but then some are respectable too. And oftentimes, like the double bill will have like a more extreme film with something more like dramatic, lighthearted, right? It's a kind of palate cleanser, right? So there's more normal in there. It's like,
yeah. But do you guys find though that you don't enjoy the normal ones as much? Because like I don't really have an interest in watching one if it doesn't feel either outrageous or like a horror movie,
No, and that's,
yeah, I'd agree.
We're kind of like that because sometimes, well, we see like, for example, when we watch Life Shooting or we've seen some of the gay stuff that's very, just drama, they could be a little boring.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, it's just weird. Like, it's like for me when I watch regular gay, like gay cinema, right? I'm
Right.
like, oh, the typical like themes of, a high school, like, oh, like coming out in high school and then loving the bully. Like, I get
Right.
bored by
Right.
seeing that stuff because I'm like, I didn't live that. It's
Yeah.
like, because we kind of start seeing ourselves in like these stories, especially the gay ones. I'm like,
Hmm.
no, no, that didn't happen, or that's not going to happen, or this fantasy world, right? For me,
Yeah.
I think Dakota could read is like sometimes we want to see something that's a little out there and crazy,
Yeah.
different.
Wakes
Yeah.
you up.
A
Yeah.
good teen film should have good music. Also, there should be creativity at the sex acts. Like, it shouldn't be normal sex.
Yeah,
And doesn't have to
Yeah.
be assault, but they should be creative with, like, maybe there's objects or a
Yeah.
setting. There has to
yeah,
be something thrown into the
different
mix,
angles. Because I love when a
right?
Yeah.
director tries to be like, okay, let's try different angles. It's
There's a
messing with,
sense of lighting and color to
yeah,
it. If
or
it's
Yeah.
kind of very normal sex, that's when, like, a pink film kind of fails,
yeah,
right?
same. Because I
Normal
also
sex. Yeah.
like, especially in the '80s and '90s, where directors were messing with video, right? Like
Hmm.
VHS, you could see them messing with like grain and like texture and like different like overlays. Like that stuff is a great one. Like for example, our another favorite of ours is a VHS period too, and it's from Nikatsu. I think it's live shooting. It's called Dreams Labyrinth.
Oh, you
Oh,
sent
yeah.
me the. Yeah. Okay. I gotta watch that one.
You
Okay.
should watch
Time,
it.
yeah.
You
It's
should
kind of
watch it.
like John Roland from like adult video. It's very
Love it.
dreamlike too. There's also a clown in it.
It is also Nightmare on Elm Street.
Sold.
Yeah.
It's like kind of this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait. I think
It's
I've shown you this before, right?
Oh,
The
let's see.
nightmare. Nightmare.
Oh
Oh.
shit!
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Huge fan.
You-
Huge fan.
You would love this one because it's so weird and surreal, but it's also it has the elements of Nightmare on Elm Street,
Okay.
and it's what under an hour, 30 minutes.
Under an hour.
It's
Yeah.
under an hour,
That sounds
and
good.
there's no crazy plot. You can just watch it and be like, okay, I got it.
I like a crazy plot. I'm okay
No,
with
no,
that.
like the plot is just like very simple.
Okay. Huh.
It's nothing like you have to like, oh my god, what's going on? You're just like watching. You're like, okay, I'm vibing.
You could probably watch
Yeah.
without even like a fake subtitle thing too,
Yeah.
like what we do with Google. Like you just kind of vibe
Oh,
with
okay.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Orgasm Riku is probably like a highlight. It's actually
Yes.
on film, so it's like Nikatsu,
Yeah.
like a Jess Franco, Jean Roland-esque movie. Like this woman's like hunger for like blood and grapes. Sam Deegan was part of a screening of this with Oscar Bait Pod.
Oh,
So it's
cool.
obviously on like the radar of like the labels. I know definitely it's like it seems like a future Mono Macabre release just
Yeah.
in terms of like style of what they would
Yeah.
want.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would say like my favorite scene, like because we were gonna do a clip show one day of our just favorite clips, like favorite scenes of all Pink film. Like
Mhm.
we're just gonna go and talk about, oh, remember this scene, this, not talk about the film in general, but this scene, like there's the scene where she gets her first kill, and it's with grapes, and you can watch it. Players raining blood, like
Oh my
from the
God.
beginning to like play at the same
Oh
time
my
when
God.
it starts, and in the song and how it does it, it's like when the part where like there's a scene where it's with a little pocket knife too. She gets a little pocket knife, she cuts them open, and then it just starts bursting out blood everywhere on these grapes. I was like, that's Slayer's like raining blood when it starts, like the drums, and then
Right.
it's like thunder and it's raining.
Yeah.
That's what I think of too when I saw that scene. I was like, that's Slayer's raining blood again. Also,
Wow.
I'm a metalhead, so that's why I'm like,
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool.
I love metal and death metal, all the metals,
And wrestling.
Oh, really?
and wrestling
Right.
too.
That's an amazing shirt. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is for Effie. If this is Effie's shirt. He's an
Effie?
independent wrestler. He's
Okay,
also
cool.
openly gay.
Right.
Yeah, so that's for him.
Wow.
But yeah, so like that film, like I said, that scene, I was like, oh my god, that's like the most beautiful scene because it's like you said, it's like very Roland-esque, very dreamy. But like, I was like, oh my god, I was hearing Slayer's "Raining Blood" in that scene, or like in other Pink films. I think of like metal songs or like
Really? Okay.
yeah, I kind of relate both of them to there. Like I always think of like Niles' Una Slayer of the Gods, like when that whole like 10-minute, like I think of like a Pink film in that sense too, like certain scenes like the ebbs and flows. That's like I think of a Pink film too, is like the ebbs and flows during like a sex scene too, when it's like
Sure.
up dramatic, it stops, and it's just like you feel like
Yeah.
oh, been through something.
Well, I had my friend over a year or two ago, and I threw on The Girl in the Wooden Horse Torture.
Oh, that's from the same director.
Same director.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I put on like we were listening to music instead of like the sound of the film.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see how it would like link up.
Yes.
So what you're talking about, Chris, I'm like, okay, I think I get it.
What did you put like to kind of play against the background of that film?
It was like a playlist of like new stuff we were listening to, but it would have been mostly like punk and metal stuff, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Maybe like some trippier stuff too, but we were also stoned. So
why not?
Of course.
You should actually trip out to.
Yeah, that movie's very trippy. That movie's.
It's also kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street too. It's very dreamlike too, very lush. Like a lot of like those dream sequences. Yes. Also, it is kind of like it's taking the Nami Meraki character of Angel Guts, but just doing like a BDSM story. Yes. It's not branded as Angel Guts.
Well, is it because it's written by Takashi Ishii as well?
Yeah. So the girl's named Nami.
Right. Yeah. I kind of love that he does that where like all his Pink films, or at least most of them, are about a Nami, right? Yeah. And even the stuff that's like not as Pink, like Night and Nude, I think is about a Nami.
Like the recent set that's coming up from Third Window.
Yes. Are you guys gonna get that?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Even though we were kind of more mixed on some of the non-Nikatsu ones.
In terms of what?
The Angel Guts? They're a little longer too, like the pacing. I think we definitely vibe with more of like Angel Guts from Nikatsu, just like more of the erotic too.
And it's also quicker.
The other ones in the 90s too, it's like there's a little more slower, a little more languid, but I'm excited to revisit it because we watched copies that probably weren't the best transfer. Like visually it didn't really suck you in.
Yeah, because like, you know, most of the transfers we found are like dark. You know, it's like when you find a VHS copy of something, it's usually dark. It's like not as, you know, colorful. When we see it now, we're seeing like with the 88 films, like the restorations are just beautiful and it's great. So,
well, okay. I want to finish the top 5, and then I want to talk to you about the Tokyo Emmanuelle release, because the top 5 we heard Woman in the Box, The Birth,
Sex Apartments, Orgasm Riku.
Okay.
What's another one?
We also already talked about Muscle.
Oh, Muscle.
Is Muscle in there?
Yeah, Muscle should be. Yeah. Oh my god, it's my favorite.
Muscle's great. Oh, it's so good. It's so heavy. It's I also love a lot of early Koji Wakamatsu stuff too. His stuff is great. Yeah, it's hard to whittle them down to a top 5, I think. Yeah.
Like, also, Dakota loves different films that I tend to don't like, and then I like ones that he probably didn't vibe with, and I go, I liked it because of this. So it's like we just those for now are like kind of like our go-tos that we love.
Well, you were saying, Chris, that you like the comedy stuff more, right? So you'd be more of like a Flower and Snake kind of fan, or
yes,
because that's a funny one.
Comedy.
Right?
It is a comedy. No, there's like, for example, there's it's not necessarily Nikatsu, but there's there's Katsu, the clinic, Gukinki Clinic. I think.
It probably came out too. It's like an anime company licensed it, maybe in the 2000s. It's called Welcome to a Genki Clinic. It's based on a manga. So it's like a sex hospital where they cure their ills, right? And also like the character that comes in is like a superhero with like a comically large like penis, right?
He's supposed to be like a Superman, but his problem is that he comes too quick. So he goes to the clinic and they do like these like Rocky montages of getting him to like keep himself like hard, and then it goes into this place of he has to fight these 3 demons that are women, and he has to fuck them.
And then there's also a final boss.
So there's a final boss. Yeah. It's so funny, ridiculous, amazing.
Wow.
It's like low. It's like you could tell it's like a little low budget, but like they tried. It's so funny and just comical. To me, that's like almost like a perfect like just sex comedy because it's absurd. Like to me, the more absurd, the more ridiculous. I'm like 10 stars, you know, on Letterboxd. 10 stars.
Cool. Yeah, no, I love shit like that too. I think for me, the weirder, the more outrageous, the better. Yes. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Welcome to Genki Clinic. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay, because I already want to check out a bunch of stuff that you guys have in this episode. So
Dakota will send you all the
please do.
It's a great one. Like anyone can watch it. You don't have to watch a lot of Pink film. You could just vibe with it.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I've been like, how do I get my wife to watch these ones with me? I tried explaining Muscle, and she's like, I think I'm good.
No, I think The Clinic would be like something you and her could watch because it's just ridiculous. It's funny.
It's good to get your checkup together, I guess.
Well, she likes John Waters stuff, so I'm
Okay,
trying to.
this one,
So
this one will be good for her because
Okay.
Muscle is not like it's not that. It's a different vibe, you know.
Yeah. It's you know, it's one of those things though where I'm like I know if it's a really good movie that it will sell her on the whole experience. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and to me, Muscle is one of the more powerful Pink films.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's not really like it is outrageous in a way, but I find it just so haunting. All the themes and everything.
I would say like if you got her to watch Pink films, get her to watch other kind of Pink films, like more of like a variety, and then have her watch Muscle, then so she can have an understanding. Because if you just have somebody just watch it straight out, they're gonna be like what's going on?
Or they might love it too.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know.
Yeah, that was like me and Woman in a Box. So
Right.
I was not ready. I should have done Flower and Snake first.
Wow.
I think Flower and Snake could be more of that. Like you can just like kind of make fun of it because it's really ridiculous, and it is kind of a comedy, and I think she can handle that. Woman in a Box, no. Absolutely.
No.
And especially knowing like the history behind that movie, meaning like where it's based off of.
Is it based off a true story or something?
Yeah, it's based off, it's like the girl in the box, like Colleen Stan kidnapping case. So it takes that and sensationalizes it too.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, also like it's double bill partner, which we have a laser disc of called Taboo X Perversion, which also like a true crime story. It's based off that cameo guy that Sato uses. So like Nakatsu was doing like true stories for early Roman X. That was the theme.
Oh wow, that's kind
very
of like
very tasteless.
Violated Angels is sort of like based off.
That's another one too.
Now maybe you guys would know this. Then is there any Pink films based off of the? This I don't remember the names, but it was like a girl that was like encased in concrete or something.
Oh, that's much. I think that's right.
Is that Sabaku?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it is. It's but it's gender reverse. It's like a boy that right. Okay. I remember that now. Yeah, but I'm sure there's also ones that are like with a girl encased in concrete or something.
Also, Red Account, My Bloody Angel is based off a true crime, but it's a different one where it's like they kill a guy and do this religious ceremony too.
Oh wow.
Yes. Yeah, and the Nakatsu version, like the live shooting, they kind of change it a little bit, but you could find the true crime, like what it's about. Like some of the elements are there for sure.
Yeah. Wow. Sorry, which one was that? The live shooting one?
Oh yeah, Red Account, My Bloody Angel. I know Something Wrong covered it. Like it's a definitely kind of fun one. Part of it's like boring sex, but then the part that's really good is like great.
Did I ask you about this? Like, did you listen to the episode I had with those guys on last year?
Yeah. Also, they've been a great resource too. It's like also they were able to interview like I guess one of our favorite actors, like Ryuji Yamamoto too.
Ryuji.
We're huge fans.
Okay.
So that was kind of fun to listen to, like that they had the experience of seeing his bar too and talking with him.
Right.
Because, like, we're huge fans of his his Pink film work.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is like one of our top like actors, like male actors of the Pink genre.
He's just like
cool.
Probably the best comedian. He's just really funny.
Yeah.
Also, he does like really extreme stuff for his adult video, which we haven't seen.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't? What are you waiting for?
Yeah, I know. Get ready.
That's gonna probably be an episode.
It's a long summer.
Well, they were talking in the episode that I had them on about going to Pink Film cinemas, and I found that so terrifying. Like, I don't think I could handle that experience personally.
Go with the group.
I think
with a group.
Yeah, and you hold each other's hands. I think that could help.
Yeah.
Hold each other.
You know, why is there so much popcorn? You know, it's like,
but it sounds like Pink films are also getting screened at like art festivals and like LGBTQ festivals and stuff like that. So there are safer ways for people to engage with this cinema.
Yes.
You know?
Even in Japan, it seems like for sure, like Sachi Himano too, and her collaborator Kuniri Yamazaki, they do take their Pink films and rescreen it for gay audiences or women. So they definitely there's a different format of that. So it's exciting. I think also too what's restricted is like we're kind of in like the first early waves of like people in the West like wanting to see these. to
Yeah,
ask
totally.
about it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, Tokyo Emmanuelle is coming out, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to write an essay for that. That's
And it's
awesome.
random.
Yeah. How did
Yeah,
that come about?
Random.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's perfect that you're writing it.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I think you were kind of like conjuring it in a way because you've been so focused on pink films and your passion for it is so genuine and so thorough. Like it was only a matter of time before people started gravitating towards you to like,
Yeah.
give you these opportunities. Did you reach out to them or did they find you?
Jasper actually reached out to me. So I think it was probably around the same time. I was like, oh my God. I think there was a time where he's like, I really want to write about it. And you were like, oh my God, you should, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Place where like Jasper reached out to me about the title is like, hey, would you want to write about this? I have Tokyo Emmanuelle, right? And for me, it's like I thought it was random because like at first, like I didn't quite vibe with the film.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was probably like I was one of the few people that said anything on it. Apparently Jasper had been aware of me for a bit off of Letterbox too.
Cool.
Also, it's kind of weird too. It's like a lot of the Blu-ray people have definitely been like they're aware of Letterbox in general, like even other genres, like people like you or who does podcasts, like they're aware of like how films are being watched. Like they're reading a lot of our stuff, feel like, oh, what's good, right?
Right.
So it's kind of
yeah.
that situation where it's like, hey, do you want to write about this? And then because of that, like I got to see the restored version. I also got to see Tokyo Emmanuelle is like a really rare case where it got a dub. But the dub, like the original dub cut, like that also got put on VHS. It combined the first Tokyo Emmanuelle and the second Tokyo Emmanuelle, then dubbed the whole thing and created this weird hodgepodge story. So like for the new release, you're gonna get like the segments of it that are cut and now kind of synced up better just for the first film.
Okay. Oh, so they don't have the dubbed version on the.
You won't
Blu-ray.
see the extra footage for like the sequel. But the sequel is a loose plot that doesn't really connect up. It just has the main actress.
Okay. Yeah, because I watched the original version then that wasn't dubbed. And it was good. It just didn't really remind me of a Pink film that much. It felt pretty different vibe-wise. It felt a little bit more like on
the Emmanuelle, like that kind of languid, dreamlike nonsense too.
Okay.
Also the mixed race actress too, which is really interesting for Nikatsu. She's half Japanese, half American.
Oh, okay.
Right? That's cool because like a lot of times when they have like soldiers, it's always like it's a symbol of the occupation or it's like an emasculation fantasy. I think of Florence for like the black guy, like has like, a woman in front of the kid. They're like, oh my God.
Was that the same guy that pops up in Sex Hunter?
Maybe there is a recurring black actor that does a lot of the roles. There's also gay Pink films too that love that soldier setting too. So it's like they kind of a lot of them dip into the whole like fantasy and trauma. You know, Japan is just really dealing with a lot.
What is going on? So Tokyo Emmanuelle it should already be out now. I mean, this episode probably will come out in about a month or so. So it should be out now through 88 Films, along with it was Sex Rider
Highway.
Right. Okay, and have you been tapped to write any more essays? Oh, okay. Can you talk about it?
So something like, I guess, TBD in the works. Also, I feel like the disconnected, like it got teased in the disconnected server because people started messaging me about it. So like, I guess people can figure it out from there. But like, I probably can't say like what title it's going to be or like who's putting it out, but it's not 88. So that's kind of cool, like to hit up somewhere else. Also, it's been kind of fun, like since like we have access to stuff too. Like we watch weird stuff on VHS that's not been available. Right? Cool. Like I've been kind of sharing it too now. Some of these like Blu-ray people like, hey, you should actually ask about this, and this. So that's been kind of fun.
Yeah. When did Disconnected Ryan? When did he reach out, or did he mention it? Because like I mentioned
a message a couple days ago. I'm not part of the server, so I wouldn't know. But
well, no, I think I mentioned to him because when he was on, he talked about how he knew about some Pink films coming down the pipeline soon. But I think he helped with Gushing Prayer, I want to say.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then, what's it called? Sex Doll in the Wasteland?
Playable Sex Doll in the Wasteland, yeah.
Yeah, he helped with that one because he works with Deaf Crocodile a lot. And then I was asking about it, and I think I mentioned how I had a friend who wrote for Tokyo Emmanuelle, and that also Fred Barrett, who's been on the show, and I'll be putting up an episode with him soon on Abel Ferreira, he got tapped to write, I want to say for some Sato films or a Sato film.
Who knows?
Oh, so everyone has to be secretive about
Yeah.
it, which is exciting. I like that.
You signed the contract and you can't say anything yet.
Oh, is there an
Also,
NDA?
Whatever it
No,
is going to be,
yes.
though, like
Ah.
it's probably going to be the game changer, like the most monumental Pink releases I can think of,
Yeah.
from what I'm aware. But like people are going to flip,
Okay.
like in a good way.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be great. I know before we've definitely had very sporadic releases, or sometimes too, it's like the Pink film ones recently have been a little too respectable, right? They're
Yeah.
like this early, like late 60s, early 70s,
Which is fine. That's
right?
perfect.
Yeah.
We're getting some of like the more like, oh my God takes that people want.
Right. But I mean, I think was it Impulse? They put out a bunch of like pretty intense
Yeah,
ones.
they paved the way for all of this too.
But wouldn't those the licensing for those would be available now for other companies to like restore on Blu-ray or
Possibly.
what?
I know that the Blu-ray forum, I guess like they're speculating that like Vinegar Syndrome bought the rights to the Impulse catalog too, right? That's a speculation. I'm just repeating from there, right? So
Okay.
again, like in that sense,
Sorry.
it'd be kind of fun too. It's like Zoom and Sex Apartments could be a great hit, right? Any of the more kind of horror leaning, the stuff that pulls from Jalo. There's a lot of great catalog titles from it.
Yes.
Also, one that Impulse teased but never actually released is a superhero one.
Oh yeah, that's
called
a great
Masked
one.
Crusader, Mr. Jernmon from Kanuma.
Yes.
Like, it could be, like,
Okay.
Crazy hit.
Yeah, because that one, when you watch, it's ultimate sex comedy. Again, it's like kind of close to.
He
like,
wears a mask, a bad wig, has a large penis, wears spandex. It's insane.
Okay.
Also, like has a machine at one point. It's crazy.
Yeah.
and also there's like a villain in there who kind of does like,
Does drag to try
He's
to get
drag.
undercover. It's wild.
and then they have this crazy fight at the beach.
Yeah.
Which is kind of similar. I think it's the same beach they filmed Woman in a Box, but that's just
Okay.
me. I was like, it looks similar, but
Yeah.
it's a great. It's like one of those like kind of you can watch it with anybody and they can like, okay, this is Pink film.
Okay. Cool.
It's
cool.
really, and it's Kanuma, which is like really rare for him to. You see Kanuma do more comedy.
Yeah. He's pretty
He does it well.
gnarly.
He does it well.
So that one might be coming out. Excuse me.
Well, it
That
could
one
be.
might-
I'm just saying, like, of something
Okay.
that Impulse was obviously like interested in licensing that never actually came through. I would hope that they
Right.
do something like that over like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
they don't have to release the entire Impulse catalog if someone does.
Oh yeah, because there's some like the jail, the ones from the jail.
We didn't like the Nikatsu riffs on like the female prisoner Scorpion, like the true story of a woman in jail because
Oh, okay.
Those are boring.
You prefer the originals then?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Even
are
though
great.
we're fans of Nikatsu over Toei, that's wild.
Because I always related to like Nakatsu and Toei is kind of like WWF versus
Ah.
WCW.
Wow, WWF.
Oh
Drop
my
the
God.
ancient one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm talking because those were the two big names, right?
Shintoho is ECW.
Yeah,
And
Shintoko
Oh, wow.
is ECW, and then now I think they like
What would it be a boring wrestling company from that time period, like an independent, like one that people didn't really care for but still around?
NWA.
That's your Akura.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay. That's the breakdown of the labels.
Yeah, because you could say like more current stuff is like ENK or ENK is like another independent, it's like TNA kind of thing.
Oh my god.
And then you could say
Wait,
EW now is like kind of like the newer genre, right?
But ENK is the gay
Yes.
big
Yeah.
film company.
Yeah, we're just
Okay.
talking about
We're
like,
saying it's a wrestling.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
well,
No,
wrestling
Yeah.
is gay. It is gay.
That's
Don't,
amazing.
don't let anybody tell you it's not gay. It's gay.
Is
No.
are there wrestling themed gay
Yes.
pink films?
Yes.
Yeah,
We did
there's
an
actually a
episode.
really unhinged one called WrestleMania. Like it's actually titled like WrestleMania, like WrestleMania. So I don't know how legally
Yeah.
they got away with that one.
They just put it out.
Why not? No one's gonna ask.
There's no like wrestling happening in it.
It's more like Greco-Roman wrestling. Then there's also
Okay.
weird things with like eggs being put inside of people.
It's a gay one too.
Whoa.
It's a
Yeah.
gay one.
Inside the dudes. Okay. Wow.
But
Yeah.
I think one of our favorites is the Nikatsu one from it's about wrestling and it actually has a female wrestler who retired. I forgot her name from the 70s and 80s. And it's
Beautiful Wrestler, Down for the Count. So it's an 80s movie. It has like beautiful colors. It's genuinely funny. You don't have to be like weirded out by the pink film genre. You could just watch as like a non-fan too.
because it kind of talks about like how these girls who get trained, they go into like training to become wrestlers, but it's kind of similar to like Stardom. It's like kind of ripping off of a like the.
If a girl got magical powers from a tampon to wrestle, yes, why not?
Yes, that's
Wait,
what happened.
what?
Yeah. Once her tampon's in, she can wrestle.
Yeah,
love that.
But it kind of, like I said, it goes back to like when because Stardom in the 70s and 80s had its problematic because the way they would always do shoot wrestling, right? Which was like real, like hard, like they hit for real and elbows, everything. And then until the 90s and 2000s, it changed where like they're like women are getting too beat up to wrestle. So it kind of like changed. So there's a long history about that. We talk about it in the episode, but that's like another perfected like.
Is that your theory for pink film? It's like they're too beat up to go on acting. They could only do a few years.
I think so. I think so.
Too much roll.
Too much roll. They need to stop.
Oh god, that's so disturbing. You're making me think of something I was like thinking about a while ago when I was like watching something about deathmatch wrestling.
Yes, yeah.
And if it's ever been combined with like porn.
Yes.
For
sure. Some of the adult video non-pink film has used wrestling. They've also used costumes too. Yes. I'm only kind of aware of that. Like I haven't watched it yet. But if you're curious, like you could Google like Japanese Yahoo auctions and like have a field day just like looking at the covers of like VHS for more.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But I would say like we haven't seen anything related to that, like the deathmatch stuff.
Yeah.
You didn't think Entrails of a Virgin was
I would say Entrails of a Virgin was close to like a deathmatch that we would get.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, we do get that part where he flips that woman over and he likes
he does a bow driver on her. Because I think on my review, I think on Letterboxd, my first
Scorpion Deathlock too. Okay,
no,
right?
Yeah, because like the sharpshooter, Bret Hart's sharpshooter comes from the Scorpion Deathlock, which was invented.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I think there's 5 different moves in the whole like movie.
Yeah. So, Chris, and because of Dakota showing you so many pink films, have you subjected Dakota to a lot of wrestling to kind of like even it out?
Yes.
Okay. And are you a fan too, Dakota?
Yeah, we went to WrestleMania when it came to LA too. I'm definitely Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley is his favorite because like, because I was explaining how like they're trying to make Rhea Ripley into China from the, my era, like that.
Yeah.
But you can see like kind of some wrestlers like, they look or they kind of resemble like past wrestlers, like kind of looks and moves and character and like kind of stuff like that. So yeah, I've gotten him into wrestling. We'll watch it like on pay-per-view, like on Peacock. We'll like
we'll still do Monday Night Raw.
Sometimes not SmackDown too much because we like Fridays we're either going to like a movie revival or something like at the Academy or like Vidiots. Shout out to those places because we love
Vidiots.
We go to them to watch like movies and stuff, but Mondays, as we come home from work, it's on Netflix. But yeah, most of the time we'll watch like a pay-per-view. And we went to WrestleMania. I think it was 39. That was here in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was my first WrestleMania ever.
Wow.
Like, in person, because I've seen it.
Cried.
I cried a little bit. But I didn't get to go to WrestleMania 20 because that was in Staples Center. And then there was another one when I was a kid. I almost went to I went to pay-per-views when I was a kid too, like Raw and all that. But yeah, I got him into it, and he's been vibing with it, and
sweet.
And then he realizes how like wrestling has also inspired a lot of my own like.
They like that camp, the showmanship, the performance.
Sure. Yeah, I could see that for sure. Yeah, and it's such a like deep kind of lore in a way.
Yes.
There's such a universe to it. And I mean, I've only watched a lot of the documentaries on like Vince McMahon and stuff like that. It's been kind of my introduction to it. But
okay,
Dark Side documentary.
Yeah, there's probably a Dark Side to Pinku somewhere.
Oh my! I don't know if we're ready for that.
Yeah.
No.
I think we are.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But could you still keep watching it if you found out
Yes.
like a lot of okay,
Yes.
okay,
I don't know if there is like too much of a dark side though. Like I don't know.
Because
Huh.
everything's all staged and
Yeah.
like
Plus,
there's
it seems like adult video is like more harder to do than like a Pink film, where it's like, okay, you don't actually have to do anything; you just kind of mine it, right?
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
it's like
yeah.
if you watch, I think you'll probably remember this, Bob. Remember Red Shoe Diaries on Showtime?
Yeah. I remember because like David Duchovny was in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never really watched it though,
No,
but I remember it was on
I would say
Showcase.
like most of like Pink film is kind of like Red Shoe like Diaries, very soft core. Like
Yeah.
the penetration looks like it doesn't even look correct because like the bodies don't match. Like
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah, because
yeah.
you know, like when they're like humping on
It
whatever,
doesn't line up.
they don't
Yeah.
line
Yeah.
up like the body. So that's a
Yeah.
lot of things with Pink film too. Sometimes like you'll see like,
Right.
oh, they're not even connecting. Like it doesn't look right.
Right. Right. But I mean, and you guys were saying this earlier that like the sex in Pink films is never really or often isn't normal, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's what's different about it because like a lot of sex in softcore, unless you're like getting turned on by it, is like pretty
Yeah.
boring to watch.
Yeah.
Whereas
Very-
there's something about a Pink film where you're kind of like, what is this? Is so bizarre. Like, what am I
Yeah.
watching? I was even thinking like, I don't know if you guys watch Scent of Spell. I think that's what it's called.
Oh,
Scent
it
of
just came
Spell.
out. We
Yeah,
have it.
We have
Yeah, it's good. It's a lot more of like a straightforward kind of like noir,
Mhm.
like romance film. And the sex scenes, I was like, oh, these are actually like kind of hot in a way. They seem a little bit more normal. But then
Mhm.
as soon as they start kissing, you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I've never done it before.
Yeah, it's always the weirdest kissing, you know?
Yeah. I mean, to us, we feel like our favorite, like, especially with the sound too, because like the director Sachi Hermano, like she amps up the sound, and then when they kiss, either in straight or lesbian like story,
A lot of like ASMR of like the moaning and licking, because like
Like, you
Sato
can-
is like maybe a little bit more like normal about it, but he has
Oh,
that too.
really?
Sachi kind of goes harder with like that.
Oh,
And so
no
it's
way.
like you just hear like just sound, and then sometimes it's pitch lower too, so it's not even trying to be like match anything.
yeah,
What? It's pitched lower?
Yeah. It's so like
my
it's very
God.
dreamlike. It's like, oh, what? You're kind of wondering like what's happening.
yeah,
This is Sachi Hamano.
Yeah.
yes,
Okay, I've never seen any of her films. What would be like some good ones to start with then? Because
Ooh.
this whole idea of this ASMR like pitch down sound effect thing is totally up my alley. Like I have to check that out.
I mean, she kind of does her version of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
I think it's her
Oh
most
my god!
film called Drifting into Chaos
Yeah.
from '89.
yes,
Right.
Drifting into chaos. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Also, too, like if someone can make it available, it'd probably be like Groper Train Beware of Miniskirts.
Oh, those are
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
She
Okay.
wrote the train. She wrote
Yeah.
the train.
Okay. So Drifting into Chaos. I know I've heard of that one before because I
Yeah.
remember seeing the cover. It has like two girls on the front cover.
Yeah.
And like Schoolgirl. Yeah, they're like, yeah. And I remember reading reviews that were saying how it's like it was like too cruel for a lot of people. That they were just like,
What
oh,
does
I
that
don't
mean?
know.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Like,
Well, it sounds like Woods Are Wet a little bit based on what I read.
way less of a budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, Woods Are Wet has the budget because it's like Nikatsu, right?
Also,
Oh,
what's
I
your
see.
like Marquis de Sade, like budget, fantasy,
Yeah.
colors, too.
Yeah.
Also, kind of messy censorship, like making the bars super comical.
Yeah.
Brutal, yeah. But the ending of Woods Are Wet, I remember just being like, oh my god,
Oh.
this is going places. Holy shit. So Drifting into Chaos and Groper Train, Beware of the Miniskirts.
Yeah. Again,
Okay.
The normal
the
titles.
titles of the Groper Train, like again on our podcast, we did a small episode of just naming all of
Yeah.
the Groper Trains, and you just hear us laughing and cackling because like the titles are ridiculous.
Are they literal though? Like, is it then there's a plot about like a miniskirt that is dangerous or something?
There were mini skirts on that one.
Yes.
So, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
that
okay.
works.
How factual it is? Probably not.
Most of the time, no,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just know that,
Good
like,
to know.
again, when we Groper Trains, all you have to know is that it's going to take place in some kind of train. That's it.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Maybe
Sometimes.
once.
They ride the train once,
maybe
and
for
then
a couple minutes.
they go
That's
off
it.
into some other crazy story that does not make sense.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Groper Train. Yeah, I'll have to watch. Like, what would be your favorite Groper Train? Or did I already ask this?
No, you didn't ask.
No.
I think the
Okay.
easiest one too is like, okay, because it's been both like Pink Aiga and Redemption,
Yes.
like licensed it, subtitled it, is probably Sexy Time Trip Ninjas. It's a Groper Train film.
It's perfection.
Wow.
It's
Also, the director has an Oscar.
yes.
Wait, who is it?
Yojiro Takeda. He won it for Departures for like best foreign language film.
Have you seen Departures?
No.
It's
So
not a
is it
Pink film.
It's a Criterion
No,
film, but like it's like because again he did all these Pink films early in his career, and then he went and started doing more respectable stuff. And Departures
Sure.
is this big like because international hit because he went to America. It's Departures is like a good film. It's really sad and kind of about
It gets better.
about death and like
Okay.
kind of taking care of people before they die. It's kind of like that story.
Okay.
Because I've seen it a long time ago, but I didn't know that the Pink film.
Yeah.
That.
Wow.
But like, Sexy Time Trip Ninja is like you can watch it with anybody. It's ridiculous.
You can watch it with family.
Yes.
Oh God. We'll see. The whole going from doing Pink to doing Oscar worthy films makes me think of another similar market that I think once you eventually tire of Pink films, you should cross over into, which is category 3, like rom-coms. Because I think Anthony Wong
Yes.
is like a critically acclaimed actor
Yes.
who's won the equivalent of Oscars
Yeah.
in China, but he's also like insane
right.
in so many films.
Syndrome, classic.
Yeah.
No, because I can also add to that too. Is like there's also one of our favorite actresses, Junko, who she kind of she did Pink film. She was known for Pink film. Then she went in to become like a more serious actress after Pink film.
She plays a brief part in Mermaid Legend too. So like her career kept going forward after like the whole Nikatsu era.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. Sometimes like you have like Tani where like she's like, I don't want to do this. This is it. My image is done. But then you have some other ones who survived and like kept acting to like mainstream films.
And also the actress you mentioned, Junko, she was nominated for a Pink film for Women with the Red Hair. Great film too. That's a beautiful.
She also does like Nikatsu's version of the Sada Abe in the Realm of the Senses story with like it's just a woman called Sada Abe.
Yeah.
It's because we're probably going to do an episode down the road of like watching In the Realm of Senses and doing the Nikatsu version to talk about the differences and how because they're both very different.
Yeah.
But
there's another one too by Nobuhiko Obayashi who did Houseu. Which I think is just called Sada, which is also really good. The only one I haven't seen is A Woman Called Sada, so I should check that one out. But I'm assuming you guys have seen In the Realm of the Senses, right?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
The Criterion thing is over there somewhere.
I have it as well.
Criterion films, so we're like Criterion section, but we don't want to make a big deal about it because the Criterion bros.
As we have our VHS file,
yeah. I feel like I could see Criterion maybe putting up more of the respectable stuff, like Koji Wakamatsu or something.
I'm surprised they already did it. Like the Eclipse series when they used to do like a DVD box set. I'm like, that should have been the Wakamatsu one there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because Nikatsu actually, Criterion does have a box set of early Nikatsu, like just
Nikatsu Noir.
Noir.
Also Tokyo Drifter.
Tokyo Drifter is from Nikatsu. Not like Pink Nikatsu. And I think there's some other because even like I'm surprised Criterion didn't even do our favorite Toshio Matsumoto's Funeral Parade of Roses.
Love that movie. Yeah.
I mean, that one is such an important. I mean, I got into the director himself and his own like photographic and experimental stuff after he did that film because he's more
his short films.
Yeah. I know.
Amazing.
One of them inspired like my current body of work right now, which is so crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's called Engram. It's on YouTube. It's about Polaroid. So it's kind of interesting. I wish somebody could subtitle it because there's a little brief like him talking, but the rest of it is just visual.
Right,
and all his
right.
stuff is all visual. That's why I love Funeral Parade of Roses. Like, if
Yeah.
that's also, it kind of feels like a Pink film, but then it doesn't.
Yeah, there are like simulated sex scenes in
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there is a lot of like transgression and everything. It does feel to me like pink film adjacent. I
yeah,
guess if you like had to make a list or something of like films floating around that. I think Nagisa Oshima, a lot of his films are kind of like that too.
yeah.
I still need to see some of them, but there's one like Pleasures of the Flesh, I think, which is supposed
Yeah,
to be like a
kind
good
of him
film.
vibing with Pink Film too, or also collaborating with like the Masawa Dachi from like the Wakamatsu
Right.
crowd too. So like there's kind of that interplay with them about like the respectable director Wakamatsu, that kind of like the seedier racket too, and like the collaborators.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So there definitely was that stuff going on and everything, but yeah, that's interesting, Chris. You were saying how Funeral Parade of Roses has influenced your work, and like Dakota, I know you've done a lot of work to do with like pink films and everything. It was making me think about your book. Just pitching this idea that it would be great for you guys to put like your visuals or like create
Ooh,
visuals to go along with it, and even if you add that bit of like autobiography to it too. I think that's such a like something that people need to do more, because like I think you've heard of House of Psychotic Women,
Yeah.
the book.
yes.
Yeah, like I think that is a type of autobiography, history of film book that would be great to see more people kind of attempt, you
Hmm.
know and it puts context to a lot of things too, especially I think pink films above any kind of genre. You do need a level of context to
Yeah.
Oh
like
yeah,
dive into
definitely.
it. So putting your own personal experiences, your own personal artwork into the book while talking about exploring all these films would be like fascinating, I think.
Make some of those films better. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for Dakota that like it makes sense, especially with Pink film. For me, if I were to do something similar, it would have to be like a history of photography in cinema, like the related, like talking about pink films and
Mm,
giallos and horror films. All those three types of films all use photography in some way.
for sure. Yeah.
And I have my own list. I've been on Letterbox, like trying to find films that all have photography. There's a lot of pink films in that list I have on my Letterbox about photography that
Mm.
use like the photographic medium in some way. So
Right, right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that it is a common theme or common like motif that happens, but
mhm.
it's not always necessarily like the photographer, but more just like a videographer, like someone capturing images, moving or still, that connects back to the story. And I think that is
Yeah,
something that's pretty cool, especially as we were saying earlier in Sato, like a
yeah,
lot of his stuff is like that. He is just all about technology and like how it connects back into our own isolation or connection
mhm.
with people and that miscommunication. But I got a whole episode all about that. You guys can check out at some
Click on that. Yeah.
point.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like we should be wrapping up soon because we're approaching an hour and a half. I got
Oh,
a
cool.
questionnaire to throw at you,
Yeah. Awesome.
but this has been great, and I'd love to
That's
get you
cool.
guys back on to do like a progress report, on the
Hope for the
book
best.
and what you're watching. Both of you, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because you guys, it would be easy to get both of you since you like live together and everything.
Now we
You're
figured it
in
out.
the same frame. Yeah, we figured it
Yeah,
out.
the
It's
same frame.
Dakota's laptop.
I mean, you caught us in a live shooting.
Oh yeah, right,
It's just a bed and a camera. That's live
yeah.
shooting.
There we go. I'll just direct
And a
you
dream.
guys.
What a dream.
Yeah. Where do you guys have eggs or
Oh my
time to
god.
get the
Yeah.
eggs out? Oh,
There's
what
a,
is that? Oh my
it's the
god.
laser disc for Taboo X Perversion.
Oh my god.
It also
That
has
looks
like
so
two
cool.
women holding a cross on it, which I will not show you.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, like you could show them like
Oh, or VHSs.
so. Like I said, Dakota's been going out and like trying to find a lot of
These had more
VHS.
wholesome covers too.
Yes,
So it's
these
like
were the safer ones.
so
There's
typically,
something
like, a lot of the
creepy
gay
about
ones that look
those.
like this.
So
Yeah.
this
Or, like,
one's from Japan, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so Two in the Pinku comes out every week. Is that right?
Yeah, sometimes. Like we
Sometimes,
would kind
yeah.
of actually relax in the summer. We were railing out the episodes somehow while we were teaching.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So now we're just kind of like maybe like once a month.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
because we're gonna start teaching again next this coming Monday. We're gonna be really booked for a while, so I think we'll probably get some Probably we'll start again in August. So right now we're kind of like
we'll probably rewatch though Angel Guts, like finally cover that, so that'll be kind of fun
because that's
Sweet,
a lot to rewatch and then to talk about. So we may do 2 episodes, maybe
2 episodes. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, and then put them out like once a month. You're saying,
or once a couple
Who
weeks.
knows?
Yeah.
TBD.
So I try to do one every 2 weeks, and then I take a break from November to pretty much March.
Ooh.
And to help like stock up episodes.
Yeah.
So as long as you're okay with things coming out like at random times, you know. But yeah, something to consider. Yeah, take your summer off and start writing this book. Like, I think so many people would be into this book, and I think a lot of film companies would be interested in like helping put it out and everything. Because I know Vinegar Syndrome has started putting out books and everything. So if you can time it with some releases, that'd be incredible. So yeah.
See you at the book launch, right?
Yeah,
right?
see you at the book launch. Okay. But yeah, I will get the questionnaire going and I'll let you guys go on your way. Is there anything else you wanted to plug or mention before we wrap up?
That's kind of it. We're working on like our own artwork outside of it. We're gonna collaborate on a series of like photos, Polaroids, like inspired by Pink Film, but that's coming in August in Santa Monica. So just kind of follow us for updates on that.
The title of the work is called Title IX.
Like Title IX training, like it's the videos you're supposed to watch at teaching about like sexual harassment in the workplace. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to do.
So we're spoofing a lot of like the Nikatsu films that are always like in the office space, and it's like so many violations happening in the workspace. So we're doing Polaroids inspired by that.
And some outfits. It'll be kind of funny.
Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. So that
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So go ahead. That's the only thing we want to plug, and of course, you're going to link up all our socials and all that.
Oh yeah, I usually do that. Yeah. So that sounds awesome.
All right, let's get into the question.
Okay, questionnaire. First question: what is one item you can't live without?
Oh my god! I guess like oh my god! You. Okay.
My music. I would say like I guess you could say. Before it was an iPod, but now I guess it's our phone, or because it has all our most of our music. Oh, true. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That would be me for music. Nice. And
my boots. I have a large boot collection.
That's awesome. I think I've seen some of your boots in your photos, and they are fabulous.
Every culinary pattern. Yeah. Overflowing.
Okay. Next question: what was the last great movie you saw in theaters?
Ooh. Oh shit.
We watched a revival screening of Liquid Sky, which was like amazing.
Shit. Yeah,
once the Me and My Rhythm Box like sequence played, like the theater actually, we just like clapped.
Everybody
like,
stopped
applause.
and just everybody got up there clapping.
It was cool.
It was
awesome. It's supposed to be playing in Toronto this month, like a midnight screening. So I'm gonna try to go to that. I think it's like maybe even next weekend or something. Okay. What was the last great concert you went to?
Oh, we recently went to one. Okay, yeah.
We went to a jazz festival, and of course, the headliner was Grace Jones.
Oh, Grace Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when you say jazz festival, it's sort of like more open than just jazz.
Yeah. So we went. So there was like different like musicians, but Grace Jones was the headliner.
You had Willow Smith, but then Grace Jones.
It was an interesting eclectic mix of musicians.
Okay.
We went to it, and it was at the Hollywood Bowl, so like any kind of music experience at the Hollywood Bowl is amazing. So we got to see Grace. I've seen her before, but it was Dakota's first time experiencing Grace Jones and being transfixed. You know?
Yeah. Chris, do you go to any metal shows in LA?
Oh my god! When I was younger, I used to go to a lot of like punk and metal shows and
nice.
That, and then it just kind of got too old. I just got old.
Oh, they can be a little much on the body for sure.
Yeah, and then like I will have to put, like earplugs because I can't.
Oh, you guys should be doing that anyways.
I know, that's why.
Yeah.
We're young.
I'm not.
Okay. What was the last great book you read?
Ooh, you've read a lot of poetry books.
All right, so I do read a lot of poetry books. So my last one, hold on, I have it. I have to get it's this book right here by upside down by Ocean Vuong.
Okay. So Ocean Vuong. Okay. Night Sky with Exit Wounds.
Night Sky with Exit Wounds. amazing poetry, queer writer as well. This
Cool.
was like, again, transformative for me too. So yeah,
Awesome.
like poetry book.
Yeah. Also, this is a
Oh, okay. I've been wanting to read
that. Yeah, Corpses, Fools, and Monsters. Yeah, I guess like shout out to Caden was actually there, like selling and signing this for a screening of Cobra Woman.
Yes.
Also, wait, no, not Cobra Woman. Scarecrow in the Garden of Cucumbers. So like the new
okay.
that came out, there was a screening of it. Also, this book
Yeah.
has been signed. History of Transness in Cinema. Great book.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I saw that. I was wanting to grab it from Amazon, but
That's okay.
Yeah, I just saw it pop up in there, and I was like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
really want to read that." So I will pick that up soon.
Whatever is
Like I said.
available.
I know. They'll get the money somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. It's a bit of a doozy, but take your time. For his final meal, John Wayne Gacy picked KFC chicken, shrimp, and strawberries. For your final meal before being executed, what would you pick?
Oh, that's easy. I know mine. It would be my mom's. They're kind of. It's called cheese tacos, which is fried. It's like a fried taco with cheese inside, with lettuce, tomato, guacamole, and some Mexican rice, like her stuff. So it's like
Right.
it would be like the way my mom would have made it, like for me for my last meal.
Okay. That sounds amazing.
It's really simple. It's really simple, but
Yeah.
I can't eat fried food anymore, so that's why I'm like,
Oh, well, it's your last meal, though. Who cares about
yeah, that's what I'm
diarrhea?
saying. I'll
headaches?
have it for the last meal. What
And do
about
you
you?
like a drink or anything or dessert?
It would be probably a 7-Up or something, just really
Okay.
simple. Yeah, it's
No
yeah.
booze.
Oh, I don't
No
drink,
booze.
so that's why I'm like,
Oh,
funny.
okay.
what would yours be?
I grew up, okay, I guess like I'm more white trash. Like I would, I grew up on Burger King. I would get a double cheeseburger, fries, Diet Coke. Like that would be like hit my
Okay.
Yeah. I'll order it right now. Why not?
Wow. Okay. I mean, that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's funny though, Chris. Like a lot of people been asking so far have mentioned Mexican food to some degree, like
Ooh.
tacos.
Yeah.
Ryan Verrill said, sounded amazing. It was like fries, El Carne or something.
Oh, yeah. I know what that is. It's like
Because he grew up in California, I think. So
Yeah.
that's how. Yeah, it sounded amazing. Yeah.
it's more of like it's a regional like California, LA kind of thing. Because like in Mexico, they wouldn't do like fries with the way that he's talking about. Like it has like meat and all this stuff. It's like think of nachos,
Mhm.
but instead of nachos, it's fries with all
Yeah.
like stuff on all. Yeah.
Sounds phenomenal. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Again, you could tell like Dakota and I are just more simple about certain
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people have been pretty simple too. Just like, I just want a burger, you know?
Yeah.
I haven't had too many people list off like a ton of stuff, you know, everyone's just like that one thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what people want to eat. All right. Final question.
All right.
Can art go too far?
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Art is
Okay.
supposed to go far, and however you can take it.
Okay.
Also, I think the thing with like pink film, like the messages that like they go too far and they push the limits. Like the most exciting thing is to like have a conversation, even if you
Yes.
don't like it. Maybe like it's like thinking about why, right?
Yeah.
Also, you don't
Yeah.
have to like these type of movies, but it's interesting to know that it was done. Like you could do anything now that you know that the possibilities exist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
Yeah.
like there should always be that conversation
Yes.
Yeah.
with the line.
Or just
Okay.
do some tasteless stuff. I don't know. Enemas and time travel. Good to go.
I mean, that's a good question to think about because as teachers ourselves, like when we talk to our students, sometimes I tend to work with high school sometimes too. And when I teach art appreciation, I always have to do the trigger warnings for the younger generations because
Sure.
you know, I could show them something that's considered nude and that's like you're like, oh my God, it's like breast or something. And I have to have a conversation with this, like, okay, why is it weird? And then I have to bring up like we see the news, we see things, you go on Instagram, you see on TikTok, there's already kind of that stuff out. So what is the difference? And it's important to have conversations about it so it doesn't feel like at the end of the day, if they still don't like it, they still don't like it. But they have an understanding. It's like, okay, it's okay to, to see that or look at that and like,
yeah.
because they also see like really bad movies that are violent as well. Most pink films, they're not violent in the traditional horror sense, they're violent because of the, assault and all that, but that's something different. Horror
Yeah.
films, we see a lot worse in horror films. And
Yeah.
we know that. Everybody knows that, and they try to like, oh no, it's normal. I was like, no, that's pretty normal. It's pretty normal that you see that. And then with the news happening now, when you see all the stuff that's happening, it's kind of like desensitized. So it's all about having that context, conversation, and if you disagree with it, that's fine. But as long as you can have an open dialogue,
Totally.
and I think that's in art in general.
So watch Woods Are Wet. Just kidding.
Watch Woman in a Box.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Support the Postal Service.
Are you guys going to show your students Pink films?
No.
No, yeah, probably not.
No,
I mean, I teach college, but
I do teach.
I probably
college,
wouldn't teach show them either. Yeah, probably not. More so, I also teach drawing. I don't teach a medium where I could really relate.
Oh, true.
I teach still life drawing. It's very basic.
I teach photography as well, and you'd be surprised. Funny is like some of my students who I get, like they become really close with me. They're like, oh, I because I talk about cinema too in my lectures. I talk about the influence of cinema with photography. And then they ask me, oh, do you have a letterbox? And I'm like, I just smile because I'm like, and then they eventually start following me. And then they're like, what the fuck are you watching?
Wow. Okay. Well, they're asking you. So.
Yeah, they're asking me. And I'm like, I do watch a lot of films. I do watch a lot of movies that are not only Pink films. And I do watch the Criterion stuff, like I have to put it that way. Yeah. But again, some kids are curious because they're like, what is this movie that you watch, like a Pink film? Like, what is it? And I go, and I had to explain to her, like, and they're like, oh, they kind of get like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And then they kind of were like, do you like seeing? And I go, no, I don't like seeing that per se, like the assault, but it's like, it's very dreamlike and this and that. So
I don't even know if they think about the assault. I think it's just like sex in general. Yeah. The idea that that there is genre exists that's not like hardcore porn, that's not like on social media or like a porn site. That's kind of hard for a lot of people to wrap their heads around. I feel sometimes too, it's like, I guess like on Letterboxd or something where it's not like maybe like us have seen a couple. Like some people think that like, oh, we're watching like hardcore content with these, right? That's not like softcore, or there's like a story, or it's like simulated too. That's not a little more creative maybe.
Yeah, or like I laugh when certain people who don't follow us on Letterboxd and they review something like a giallo, for example, and they're like, this is so sexual. And we're like, what is your definition of sexual? Because I'm like, there was nothing happening. Yeah. So it's like, again, our sense of like what sexuality, sensuality, erotic is very different. Like you would understand, it's like, there's a difference.
Totally.
There could be like regular cinema where there's a sex scene, it just looks boring, or it's done really like, oh my God, it's kind of turn on. And that happens in a lot of Pink film too. Like there's scenes in Pink film where I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting verklempt, like, ooh. And then like, this is so boring. I go on my phone, I'm like, okay, I'm going to check like Instagram.
Oh my God.
It just happens.
You're making me think of something that came up in one of the other episodes I did with Fred Barrett on April Ferreira, and I was talking about how it'll be interesting to talk to future generations about pornography in the sense of, oh, the only way that I could engage with sexual content was to sit down and watch a 90-minute film, and I had to go to a theater to do that, because future generations now watching sexual imagery is strictly for the utility of it. Yes, it's on your phone, it's on your laptop. You go and you find that specific image you need, and that it gives you exactly what you want. So if you're so fixated on that's the only way that you engage with sexual imagery, then it must be hard to even think in terms of like, you'd watch sex not to get turned on. You'd watch sex for 90 minutes. And it's like, I think maybe the way we've let it become so specifically about its utility is what's kind of robbed people from having that open mind about having sexuality in film.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because you see it in like, I saw, for example, and I guess we could end it right there, is like when we watch was it Baby Girl?
Baby Girl
with Nicole Kidman.
Oh, yeah.
there was like the divide between people who are like, this is not sexual, this is gross, how dare you do this? Like, and I go, what it comes down to is like seeing female sexuality being like awakened and controlled. Like she's having control of her own sexuality. And we when we saw in the theater, we were cheering because I was like, this kind of feels like a Pink film.
Oh,
Because,
cool.
you know, having her like being awakened and being all like, oh my God, submissive, all this stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
on Letterboxd, the divide of like people just not liking it. This is too sexual. It's not sexual enough, or it's like this is like shaming the kink crowd or something. And I'm like,
Okay.
I go, hold up, like this is just an introduction, because again, when we look at American cinema,
Yeah.
it's not like we don't see this kind of stuff actually, because it's all
No.
routine. We have to look
Yeah.
at European films to kind of feel some kind of sexuality.
Totally. I
So,
get that.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
want to throw it because that's like a big like. I
So
saw
every kid should watch Emmanuelle in America.
no.
Oh, I still haven't seen that one, but I will seek it out. So
Yeah,
Watch
get
it.
ready.
Get ready.
yeah, get
ready.
ready. Woo. Well, on
So-
that note, guys, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure to talk to you. I look
Yeah.
forward to getting you back on
Yeah.
and following your podcast, your artwork, your letterbox reviews, and yeah, everyone listening should do the same because you guys are doing some unique and exciting stuff.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bobby, oh my God.
Yes. Sorry, there was
Okay.
times when we were moving because like
Our cat's like, oh.
a cat was being a little like troublemaker.
Now he's sleepy. He's
Oh,
like,
can you lift your?
Oh,
is that
actually,
mean
yeah.
or? I'd love to see the cat. I love cats. So.
might freak out.
So
Little kitten.
so this is our little Kanuma.
Oh, that's Konuma.
Yes.
You got to get a pink collar for him.
Right? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it all back.
It's a kitty in a box.
We're
Oh,
we're
oh
getting
my
to
God.
box
Okay.
and like get in there, and then we're gonna try to emulate the cover of Woman.
Yes, that was what I was gonna say. It's like a photo series of the cat doing like get the orgasm Mariko, put
Oh
like
my
a sheet
God.
around the cat, just like you know.
No.
Our kid's like, what?
Yeah, the kid was.
Aw. But we'll enjoy it. So that's all that matters. Okay, guys,
Well,
thank you so much. Have a
yeah,
great day.
You too.
All right, take care.
Right.